You're listening to Journaling with PT. I am your host, artist, P.T. Russell. Hey everyone, this is just a check-in because it's been a while since I've had, a conversation with you, just you and I, we together. So it is, a lot has changed since those first episodes that I shared with my journal entries and my direction for the podcast and of the podcast, not knowing for sure precisely where I was going, but just having a general sense of the podcast's trajectory. But now things are taking shape. Things are a little clearer than they were before. And I am honored to have you on the journey with me. Thank you for supporting and listening and just coming along for the ride. It's great to have the comments that come in and the compliments on what you've heard so far. For some of my guests, I started with stop motion specialist Evan Folk. He was my first guest. And then there was filmmaker Sam Borowski. After Sam was Bahamian artist Jen Stack. After Jen, I had Avery Gibbs, a good friend and artist here in Canada. And it has, it's been quite something. The first interview was a learning curve. It still is. But I am growing and evolving. And it's been a lot of fun. One of the most fulfilling things for me is to have, the support of a listening audience, but also to have guests on who have a good time and who gain something, some form of fulfillment from what they're doing, talking about their passion. That to me is rewarding. It feels like the ultimate reward. And so for the future, for the podcast, I will continue with the interviews, and intermittently I will have a check-in here and there just to keep you guys abreast of what's happening in my life in terms of the podcast life, that is. And so moving forward, there will be interviews. I have a young lady who's a comedian. She's coming up. The next episode that will be released on Sunday. If you're listening before Sunday, you can expect that episode from Latoya Dean, also known as Latoya Laughs, Sunday. Looking forward to 2024, I have great and very high expectations for the podcast, for myself, and for you who are listening. How are you preparing for your 2024? Do you have your resolutions in place, or will there be changes? Have you started to make your changes yet? I know I have. This podcast is one of them. This is a testament to a change, that something that was in my heart for a bit, and wanted to get my journal entries. I wanted to share a few of them. So if you go back to the first 1 through 3 episodes, you would see that I would have shared 3, perhaps 4, shared personal journal entries with you. This is how the podcast started for you who haven't been with me from the beginning. and you're just starting, you can listen back. They're intimate, but not, not explicit. So hopefully there's something in there that you would have gained, that it would inspire you and motivate you in some way, or just, something of interest. I thought to share it. So if there's only one of you out there that is enjoying the journal entries, I will continue to make them, though not as regularly as I did when I first started. But yeah, I'd like to focus on interviewing the guests, my guests, and also sharing other creative forms like short stories and just having conversations with different co-hosts. So if you would like to be on the podcast, reach out to me. You can find me on my website, ptrussell.com. Contact me. You can leave a voice message. You can voice message me through the podcast. Can you believe that? So if you see in the show notes where it says leave a message, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think so far, if you've listened up, if you've listened in. And I'm gonna end here, because I think I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, just a little one, just for a job well done so far. Moving forward, I would love to have you along for the ride. So continue to stay tuned. All the best. And a shout out to my mummy, Trudy. I love you. Stay tuned.